right. So right now we're going to talk a little bit real quick about Testout, getting logged in, initial logins, all that fun stuff, so you can kind of activate your license. And then we'll do a real quick brief tutorial, and then I'll show you kind of how it looks in Canvas, jumping over to Testout Labs. So first off, I'm going to drop in the chat website.
Remember to share your screen, Kelly.
Why would I do that? We're not there yet.
Oh, we're not. I was making sure.
I appreciate it.
Because it was like we started talking.
No,
I'm
thank
like,
you.
oh, maybe he needs a screen up, and I don't see a screen
Yeah,
up yet.
hey, you know, I don't share screens and I talk on mute. It is what it is. I try to be as expressive with my hands, so at least I can get the general message across. So in the chat, you should see website www.testout.com. Take you to a place called LabSim, aka Testout. Give me a green check once we're all there. Across the board. Okay. So dropping that link again for test outs. Once you have gotten to the website, go ahead and give me a green check. Yes.
What do we do after we get the link?
Click on the link, go to the website, and hold tight because we're waiting for everybody to get there.
While you're holding tight, please bookmark it. Please bookmark it. Make it life easier for yourself. Bookmark that page. You're going to be in there all the time.
Yes.
Literally all the time.
So this will be one of the more common places you go on a regular basis. So please, please, please bookmark this page. We're getting there, Eric. You don't need an activation code. You're already activated. So if you're at the login, your login. It's tough to remember. It is the email you use to sign up for this course. That is your login. Okay, up in the upper right-hand corner, you should see a little orange button that says login. Click that. And your login will be the email you use to sign up for this course.
Okay, so this thing is like starting me from the beginning, like I have to fill out a form.
You should not have to fill out a form.
I should not have to fill out a form. It should just say.
You just, when you go to the main page, up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a thing that says login. You click login, and that's where you're going. And then your login name is going to be your email.
Login name. Okay, got it. Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, I think you clicked on sign up on accident.
Yeah.
So there's username and password. So
that's your username.
Your username
is your email.
Yeah, your email.
Gotcha.
That you used for this course. Let's raise hands once we have our username in. And rapid adoption. We got our names in here. Get a few more.
Do we have to create a new account, Kelly? Because I clicked on Anthony.
No,
okay.
Do not create a new account. Click log in, and your login will be your email. And the username is your email. I will give you all the super secret password in just a minute. I just want to make sure everybody has their username logged in.
I don't have that. I mean, I see login, but it goes to username and password. So I have to. I have to create.
No. Your username is your email.
Okay.
So type that in and just wait.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. All right. The super secret password. Don't tell anybody. Don't share your password with everybody. And when you log in with that password, it's going to prompt you to go to get put in a new password. And then you put in your correct password, what you want it to be. And please remember that.
Wait, what's the super secret password
It's
again?
in the chat. It's lab sim 1234. Lab sim 1234.
So lab sim, all
It's on.
lowercase, all one word. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Oh, it worked.
There you go. It's gonna prompt you to put in a new password. Give me check marks across the board. Green checks across the board. Once you've got your new password set up.
Please remember your passwords that you're making now.
Please.
If you're using a computer that you always use, have it remember it for you.
So if you still have your hand raised, go ahead and lower your hands regardless, just so we know people who have their hands up have questions can get to them. And then put up check marks, screen checks when you're ready to get in. All right, Christian, Aminata, Ninja, do you have questions or do you still have your hands up? Lincoln, are you in? Beautiful. Right. Is there anybody not in?
I couldn't access it.
Who was that?
Amia?
Yes.
Ama?
Yes.
So your email wasn't working? So remember, it's your email that you signed up for the course with. And then
Who was it, Kelly?
1, 2, 3,
I
4.
couldn't see. Who's having an issue?
Ama, A-M-E-H-A. Aminata, are you in or do you have a question? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Did you try again, Ama? Still not working?
Last name, please.
Yeah, it's working.
It's working now? Beautiful.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
That's what we want to hear. All right. So everybody's in the wonderful world of test outs. You will become extremely familiar with this interface over the next few months. This is where your money is. Like I said on day one, the A+ gets you in the door. Test out will help keep you there. This is where you will build your muscle memory and practice a lot of the tools and stuff we learn in this particular course. All right. So yours won't look completely like mine, but it'll be close. So you should see that you're in ITS New York Cohort 2. That is the class you should be in. Up at the top in your menu up here, you want to select My Products. This will get you to the various products that you should have available. Everybody here should have Test Out PC Pro 7.0. That is the version we will be working in.
Excuse me.
So you're going to want to click on that once you get in there. And this will take you to wherever you left off the last time you were in here. Up at the top, you see these 3 dots, 3 slashes. This is your chapter course outline. There's a total of 14 chapters. And then there is a capstone exercise, which is a really awesome one. There's a sandbox in there where you can go around, mess around with a bunch of other computers, break them, mess them up, do whatever you want, build a computer from scratch, do all kinds of fun stuff. But you mess with that a little bit later in the course, but it gives you a lot of opportunity for practice. But each of these chapters, there are sections.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you go back to where you click the 3 dots so I can see where the 3 dots are?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
So up in the upper
Okay, I see.
center to the right-hand side, 3 dots with 3 slashes right there. You click on that, it'll bring up a course outline for you. You'll have
Got
your
it.
chapter headings to the side. And once you select a chapter, like chapter 2, inside that you will have subsections. When I assign labs, I assign a subsection. So like the first lab you were assigned is 1.1. And when I assign 1.1, anytime you see this little arrow is a video. And these videos are usually 3 to 5 minutes. They're quick. And then they'll have a little document that'll be roughly a page, usually less. It'll give you another instructional video is this little computer box with the arrow. And whenever you see a mouse like this, looks like a little mouse, that is a simulation.
Hey, Kelly, I'm sorry to interrupt. I don't see the My Products page. I'm not sure what's wrong with my.
I'm also kind of lost.
So click on the little house at the top. Upper left, click on the little house.
I don't have a house.
Can you share your screen, George?
Same.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Same here. I don't have a little house either.
Don't have
Yeah.
a house. Uh-oh.
I don't have.
Yeah, me either. If we like do the print screen, can we paste it into the chat, Kelly?
Ah, right there. See that little, like about halfway down your page says My Products. You see
It's at the
TC
bottom.
Pit right there. Boom. Right there. That takes you right into it. And then you go up to the upper right and you'll see the dot with the 3 slashes.
Okay. I just hold on. I can't get back to the thing.
If you click on Lab Sim, it might take you back to it. In the upper left, it says Lab Sim. I think that'll take you back to your homepage. Left. There you go. Lab Sim. Click on that. There you go. Takes you right to the main center. So you'll see that where it said My Products PC Pro. Above that, in that main thing, it says exams. When I post exams to you guys, that is where it will be. The Lab Sim homepage. We'll get practice with that on Friday. I will post our first exam to you guys. Don't worry, it's quick. It's only about 15, 20 questions. But is everybody found where that is?
I didn't find it.
George, can you share your screen again real quick, please?
I also can't find it.
Yeah, sure. 1 second.
My screen looks a little different than yours. So I'm gonna go here, get a fun little annotated tool, bright green. So here's your home screen. Down here, you'll click on this to get to the PC Pro. Before you don't click on that yet, George, please.
Mhm.
So this is what you're looking for. You want to make sure you have version 7. When I schedule an exam for you, it's going to be up here in this area, but we will show you that on Friday.
All right.
Are you able to find it now?
Yes.
Is anybody not able to find it? Excellent. So I'm going to steal share back from you real quick. Of course. There we go. All right. So once we're in it, so when you see in your homework, I will go to your homework in just a second and show you. But when you see inside of your homework that I have assigned section 1.1, so you will go, I will click a hyperlink that will take you to the starting of that page. Read the instructions, and then you'll start clicking through. Go to 1.1.1, have a fun little video, 1.1.2, another fun little video, and you kind of progress through it. When you get to the next section, which would be in this, it would either be 1.2 or 2.1, which is the next chapter. That's when you stop. So for this one, we would continue on, 1.2.3, quick little read. It's barely a page. Another little video shows you how to use the simulator. Come in, explore lab interface. This is a lab. You would start the lab. It will go in. It'll load up. Takes a second sometimes. More than a second sometimes if you operate off Comcast. And it will load up the interface you're going to be working with for that particular lab. So, boom.
And you said stop at 2.1, right?
Well, you would stop at the next section header.
Okay.
So if you're in 1.1, if it goes to 1.2, you would stop at 1.2.
Okay, got
But
it.
you do like 1.1.1, 1.1.2, 1.1.3, work your way through it. And so when you get into a lab, it will give you a little scenario to read, which is usually really quick, and it tells you exactly what it wants you to do. And then you can work through, click in, and you're going to work your way through the task, moving items, hardware, and software. Very, very important point. If you're moving a cable or an item, it's not where the item is located. So see if I pull this cable out. So you can see the end of the cable, right? It's not where the end of the cable is. It's where the pointer on my mouse is. So if I'm over here trying to plug it in like this, it's not going to register it. I have to put the tip of my mouse on the cable to plug it in. Excuse me. So being difficult. There. So it's the tip of the mouse, not the end of the cable or the item. Always remember that. That will save you massive amounts of frustration. So it's wherever your pointer is, not the cable.
Say that again, Kelly. Say that again.
So we'll pull it out again. You see where the end of the cable is versus where the pointer of my mouse is. I'm over here trying to plug it in. It's not going to accept it because my mouse is pointed at the body of the computer. So I had to move the pointer of my mouse to where I want it to go. And then it plugs in.
I will probably remember that.
Make sense? So, all right, you can zoom in, zoom out as you need, because some of these things can be a little hard to see. And then when we go back to our modules real quick. Wait for that to load. There we go. So when you go into your test out labs, homework, it tells you what labs are to be accomplished. So it's 1.1. Click on that, and it will take you right to the start of that lab. So the hyperlinks are in Canvas for you, and it takes you right where you need to start each time. Yes, Adriel.
Is it okay to be ambitious and do more?
I encourage that.
Okay.
I just want to know because I was thinking if there's any way that you can go too far ahead, and it's like, you know.
There can be times where you can overstretch a little bit, and then you might confuse yourself with the topics at hand. But just kind of, you know yourself better than I do. So if you feel yourself kind of losing connection with what we're talking about in class, you're probably gone too far.
No problem.
But yeah, I do encourage you getting ahead, especially building out a little bit of a buffer for yourself, at least like a day or two. That way, if something happens, because life happens, and you've got to drop off and take care of something, you have a little bit of a buffer built in, and it's not catastrophic if you miss. You're like, I've already done it. I'm only 1 day ahead instead of 2, rather than, oh no, I'm behind. It's easier to get ahead than it is to catch up, so to speak. Yes, Donnie.
Hey, so the next chapter is PC technical responsibility. So we would just read up until that chapter, right?
Well, again, so when we're in here, so 1.1 is not a good example because there's only 1.1 in chapter 1. But like if you're in chapter 2, you start at 2.1, you would go all the way up until you got to environmental controls.
Gotcha.
So you would read everything you would do everything within that subheader. And most of it is videos, and the videos are only about 3 to 5 minutes, and they clip along pretty quickly. The reading, thankfully, is very quick. Coursera, unfortunately, sometimes sends you to Wikipedia pages that are like 20 pages long, and that can be a little tedious. This, thankfully, it's very concise, it's very to the point, and it's very quick with regards to the readings.
Okay.
So yeah, you just go until you hit the next subsection. So like if you start at 2.1, you stop at 2.2. We do jump around. Go ahead, Donnie, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying thank you.
No problem. We do jump around a lot because, again, I'm trying to match the subject matters we're covering here with what we're doing in Coursera and with what we're doing in our T sessions. I'm trying to line all that up at the same time. So we jump around a little bit in order to make that happen because each company has their own idea of what comes first, what comes second, and the path they take. And we just kind of got to juggle things around to make it that way. By the end of this, you will have done all the labs in Testout. You know, it seems like it's daunting right now, but highly likely by the time you get to the end, you'll have done each of these labs 3 or 4 times between doing them on your own, doing them in class, reviewing them when we get towards the end. You know, so you will hit a lot of these labs quite a few times. And if you struggle with them, I encourage you, even after you've completed it, go back and try it again. Build that muscle memory. You know, learn to work through these problems. It's really, really helpful. Any other questions with regards to Testout? Just basic navigation. All right. I will be quiet now and hand the floor over to DW with regards to Coursera. I am recording this right now, and I'll put it up in Slack so you can review it again if you wish.
As far as Coursera, did they get the emails? Have they done that?
They've gotten
already?
the emails. I would start once they get into the main page and then getting them into enrolling and stuff. So you may want somebody to bravely volunteer so you can walk them through that process and everybody can kind of follow along.
Can I have a brave volunteer?
Most of us are active already.
All right, Crystal?
I'm down like brown.
Would you like to share your screen, Crystal?
Okay, let me, sure. I'm sorry.
Okay.
How do I share my screen? More?
That green button. There should be a green button at the bottom of your Zoom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Did you get it yet? Oh.
Nope, not yet. You gotta select. You gotta select what screen you want us to see. Just select your browser. Don't give me your
browser.
desktop.
Okay.
Just give me your browser.
Browser. All right. And then I need to go to Coursera, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is her. This is the email that she received, and she clicked on join now. So hold on, let me get into full
Oh, my
screen.
bad. DW, you want me to go back?
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So has everyone accepted their invitation in their email? Is there anyone who hasn't received the Coursera email?
Green checks for those who accepted, red for those who have not, please. That lets us know.
Harmon
where everybody
says
stands.
no. Lukaya says she did not get an email. Okay. So those of you who have not gotten an email, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go in your email. I want you to search, right? Search your email and type in Coursera in your search and see if something pops up there.
Including junk mail.
Right. It might not let them check the entire thing. You might have to go through inbox and then junk mail and then promotions. So let's look for that while you're there. Everyone else, just bear with me for just a second. I want to make sure everyone has their invitation. Were you able to find it?
No, it says no messages found.
Okay. Nothing from Coursera?
No.
Okay. All right. What about Harmon? Ian? Were you able to find it?
I think I did, yeah.
Okay, so then you should be able to click. There's once you read it, there should be a button that says join. Can you show him where that's at, Crystal? Can you scroll down just a little bit? Yeah, so you should see a button like this. Click on that button, join now. That's a hyperlink. It's gonna take you to your homepage. So let's do that, and I'll give you some help in a second afterwards. Okay. Can you scroll down a little bit for me, please? Sorry, it's been a while since we registered, so things have changed in that time. So, yeah, scroll down a little bit, please. All right, here's what I'd like you to do. I want you to click on this course here, Google IT Support. Okay, and I want you to enroll. There's a big blue button, so we're all going to enroll in that course. And then please note that you'll be required to provide this, your driver's license. Okay. Okay, make sure that you say you got it. So you do need a driver's license, your passport. I think this is new, Kelly, right? This wasn't before.
I think they had it at least in the last cohort.
Okay, I don't remember doing this. All right, yeah, select I got it.
I think I got it.
I think that's just to verify that the person who it was assigned to got it.
Yeah.
For the scholarship.
Let's scroll down a little bit. Let's see. Okay, then you go back up. Thank you. Go to course. Let's give it a second to load up. Okay, we're now in course. For those of you guys who follow along, let me know if you're there. I see a lot of green check marks. So you were to click on the Google IT course. After that, you would click enroll. And then after you've enrolled, it's going to say you're going to need ID at some point. You hit OK. And then the next step was select go to course. And that would take you to this page here. Okay. Okay. Is there anyone who's not here yet other than Lukaya?
Yeah, I'm not.
And who was that, Lincoln?
Yeah, I'm not there either.
All right, where are you guys at? All right, I'm gonna take share from you at this point. Thank you so much, Crystal. Let me see if I can help them reach this page. Okay.
I'm not there yet. Oh, sorry, my service tapped out and then it tapped in while I was in the middle of talking. I'm sorry if I cut anybody off. I was just saying I'm not there yet because it said I was in the wrong time zone, so I'm just trying to switch it.
Okay, no worries. I thought, will you share your screen for me? Thank you.
This is what
All
I'm
right.
on.
All right. So you're in your courses. Scroll down just a little bit. Browse catalog. See what happened. My courses. Oh, there you go. Here it is. Click on that. Google IT support. Enroll. Yep. Say that you got that. It'll be accessed to you later, and then go to course. How about you, Lincoln? Were you able to get there? Or you need some help still?
Oh no, I got there, but it's that I had Coursera before, but it's telling me to pick my organization.
All right. Did you do it? Were you able to?
I don't know which organization to pick. This is Google Scholarship, U.S. or New York State Department of Labor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just pick Google Scholar. Either way, even if you still through the New York Department of Labor, it should be free. Still, 'cause that's how I got it. What was that? Who said that? Galen?
This is Galen. I think it'll be. Oh, so they didn't receive the email. That's what they're saying, right? That they never received an email with Coursera.
No.
Okay.
Lukaya hasn't received an email yet. I'm making sure that everybody else is at the page that Aminata was just at. Is everyone there? Is there anyone who has not been able to get there other than Lukaya?
Can we see the page again? The screen is not sharing. I want to make sure.
Yeah, she's not sharing. Can someone share the screen if they're there?
You want me to share my screen?
Yeah, please. One more time.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, Crystal started. It's okay. Crystal got it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry.
No worries. All right. So can you see that now? It's just this is the homepage for that course, for the Google IT course. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take over the screen now because I have access to this now.
You want me to do stop share?
No, I got it. Thank you.
Oh.
I'm just gonna hijack it now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
My screen says Generation IT Support Specialist, right?
Yes. Did you select that? Okay. So this is our course, right? Technical Support Fundamentals. All right. This is actually so once you get in here, you'll see that there's 5 different courses, and the first one is Technical Support Fundamentals. Let me see if I can click on. Okay. So Google IT Support, that's the entire course. Then if you guys don't have to follow me right now, but I'm just trying to show you. So course 1 for our Coursera modules is Technical Support Fundamentals. Course 2 is Bits and Bytes of Computer Networking. Course 3 would be Operating Systems and Becoming a Power User. Course 4 is Administration and IT Infrastructure. And then course 5 is IT Security. Okay. We're going to do these in numerical order. So we're going to start with course 1, Technical Support and Fundamentals. All right. Well, we're already enrolled. Enroll the course. Now my page is going to have all the green check marks as I've done it already, right? But yours is it's just not going to have these check marks here. So you click on week 1 and it'll take you to what you need to do for that week. All right. So it's like a video. You click on it and it'll take you to watch that video. Once you've watched the video, it'll turn green right away. All right. The next one is another video. And you can have these.
It does the transcripts below the video.
Yeah. Yeah. Transcripts are right here.
Set those transcripts to be in a multitude of languages. If they have a language that you are more comfortable with, it's more important you get the information.
Yes. So like right now it's in Russian.
Offer various translations as well in the transcript below if you need it.
German, Spanish. Yes. So if you understand better in your language and it's here, you can read the transcripts in that language for yourself. Like Kelly said, it's important that you get the information and that you can understand it. Okay. Then you're gonna get to things like this where it says reading. And these are the external readings that they that Kelly was mentioning, like you'll click on it and it'll take you to a new tab, right? Now this is like an honor system, right? They have no way to check that you read that. So, do your reading and then just hit completed, go to the next item, and then you move on to the next item. Okay. There's gonna be surveys, same deal. They're gonna ask you to do some surveys. You complete it, go to your next item. There's another survey here. Go to the next item. More reading, but like I was saying before, the readings they don't have a way to track if you actually did the reading, but you just have to say yes, I read this, and know that you should know that information that was provided to you. And then there'll be things that say optional readings, like if for some reason you want to learn additional things about a subject, it will say supplemental reading next to it, and then you'll know that this is like not required reading, but something that'll give you a better understanding of whatever is being discussed. Right, so it'll take you through those things. Then let's see if I can find a quiz on here. Digital logic. Okay, so then there'll be things where it says, oh look, so this one's the supplemental reading. You see this one here? Supplemental. And you can mark it as completed, but it'll take you outside. This is something that I didn't have to do, but I could choose to do it if I wanted to. Mark it, and then see it just turned green right now. That's a perfect example. All right. Then practice quizzes. So practice quizzes, you need to get an 80 or higher for it to acknowledge that you did it. Let's try it again. So who could tell me how many bits are in a byte from yesterday or from this morning? Bits in a byte. In a byte. 8 bits in a byte. Right, 8 bits. So what are they made of? What are they made up of?
Binary.
Ones and what?
I said 0 and 1.
Zeros and
Binary
ones, right?
Zeros.
Right. So that would mean that this one is automatically invalid, right? Because it has a 2 in it. So that one's no good, right? We said it has 8 digits, right? This doesn't have 8 digits, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So which one is the valid byte here, you guys think? Is it zeros? Is it all zeros, or is it
3?
The one 3?
3.
Okay. All right.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Zeros is valid too.
Well, yeah, the first one is valid as
I
well.
think it's both.
Turning me off?
Well, yeah, there you go.
Let's just check all that apply.
Check all
Yes,
that
it's both.
apply. There you go. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Why are you bailing them out, Kelly? Come on, man.
Here we go.
Can somebody explain it to me one
Simple
more
hack.
time?
Simple hack. If you see circles, it's single select. If you see boxes, it's multi-select.
Okay.
Almost
Can you
any
let-
test you will see going through Coursera, Testout, and even the A+. Circles means it's single select. Box means multi-select.
That's good to know.
A little trick to remember.
How many?
Okay. How do you know what's a valid byte again, y'all? Please. I'm sorry.
No worries. A bit was 4. A byte was 8.
A bit was
Sorry,
4.
a bit was not
1.
4. A bit was 1. A nibble was 4. Excuse me.
There we go.
Yeah, sorry. There you go. All right. How many possible values can you have with 8 bits? We didn't go over that today, but it's 256 possible values. All right. Why did UTF-8 replace the right? UTF-8 can store a character more than 1 byte. Can store what?
Represent an emoji?
Yeah, it has more values.
Want to be the third one?
Yes, UTF-8 can store a character in more than 1 byte. Yes, that is correct. And then what is the highest decimal value that we can represent with a byte? And we didn't go over this yet, but it's 255 because you gotta account for 0, so you lose one value. Damn, this is a long quiz. The binary value for the ASCII letter C is 110 0110 using the handy chart. You need to do some math. All right, we'll get back to this later. But let's just submit. Okay, so I got 100. How did I get 100? I didn't submit the last one. All right, but yeah, here we go. So we got all the ones that we answered.
It takes your highest score of when you.
No, yeah, it's the one that I had the highest on. You're right. And then the answer, it didn't show me because I didn't even put an answer. But you guys get the gist, right? You'll get instant. You'll get an instant response to these quizzes, and it'll tell you why. It'll tell you if it's wrong or right, and then you got to try again. I forget if for the quizzes it reshuffles them. I know for the test it does. I don't think the quizzes are reshuffled, but it won't let you go to the next thing until you get 80 or higher, or it won't give you credit for doing it until you get 80 or higher.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes, please.
Okay, so do you recommend us how do you recommend us like kind of throw this into the mix of our labs and our homework?
Yeah, so great. That's a great question. We have a daily in your modules that'll tell you where you should be on Coursera. We also go over it because it goes in hand with how we teach the course, right? So depending on what we're doing, we're gonna be like, hey, go in Coursera and find this session or do this day in Coursera because it's broken down into days.
Okay.
Right? It's broken down into week 1. So like
this
we'll be
is
like
where the stingy with your time comes in. Daily, we try to give you some time to work on this stuff. So you'll come in on a daily basis. We'll do our morning kind of quizzes, games, reviews, what have you, first thing in the morning, just to kind of get our brains woken up. We'll hit a tea session. Depending on how long it takes to get to a tea session, we may have a half hour to an hour before lunch. This is not the time to go watch your favorite show, catch up on the football game, or play video games. This is when you go, okay, I got to grind it out and sit there and start working on your Coursera, hitting your labs, doing all that stuff. And then when we break for lunch, take a break. We come back. We'll hit our afternoon session. Depending on how that goes, we may have some free time. If I cut you loose at 3 o'clock, your schedule in your mind is you're to be here at 5 till 5, right? That's 2 hours to get it knocked out. So there is time built in, and we're going to try to give you as much availability time as we can to get that done.
Can we hang around and ask questions? Like if you let us out at 3, like if you say, all right, get out of here, guys. Can we like if we're having trouble with something, can we like hang around just a little bit just to ask a couple of questions, or
Absolutely not. Who do you think we are? Yes, that is exactly the time to ask questions, especially if it's something a little off topic, like you're curious a little more about cybersecurity, or you want to talk about cryptography, or you want to talk about networking a little bit more. If it's something that's a little off topic, but still kind of in the realm, that would be those times when you would bring that up and talk to us. Okay. If you're struggling with the subject, that would be around the time you want to talk to us about it. And then we can do breakouts and stuff like that. If we hear multiple people having that same problem, we may do a pull-out session with like 4 or 5 people, and we'll go over that information a little bit more detail. So yes, absolutely, Caleb.
Thank you.
Hey, Ninja, did you have a question?
Yes, I don't know if anyone asked. So you're saying the tests, if you don't score over 80, do we get to take it again? Like,
oh yeah, yes. You get multiple. Okay? So for the quizzes, you get to try it over again, right away. So now I'm going to show you. But then at the end of a section, you have graded assessments, right? And then these are like more formal. Well, this one was only a 1, so it might be at the end of the course. Let me see. Yeah, so it's like at the end of the course, you have like these big like graded assessments. Where is it? I guess for the documentation and customer service, it's just not. I'm trying to find one where because when there are tests like the 10 question test or the 12 question test, it'll give you 3 chances in 24 hours.
Yeah,
right?
it'll
So,
lock you out for 24 hours.
yeah,
Okay,
it'll
cool.
give you 3 chances. Same thing for the lab. The labs are what, 3, or are they more discretionary about the labs, Kelly? Like
The labs tend to be a little more discretionary. It's usually the
quickie
quizzes
labs.
where they start getting harsh.
Yeah. So for the and I think that the tests are 90. You got to get a 90, right, for the tests?
Possibly. It depends on the test.
Yeah. So on the but it'll tell you before you start, hey, this is a graded assessment. You have 3 attempts to get this score. And then once you start the next attempt, they'll be like, hey, this is attempt number 2, right? And then once you start the last one, it'll be like, hey, this is the last one you got. And it'll have a timer that'll tell you when you can start the next one again.
What if you score lower than what's required all 3 times?
You have to you keep trying. You come back in 24 hours or 2 days later after you review the material.
Oh, okay.
And you try again. It's just for 24
They don't
hours.
want you to just keep answering the questions until you get it right.
Yeah,
They'll
because they have a limited
cool off
question bank, right? And
That's
all
fair.
that
That's
stuff.
fair. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Enrique. You have a question, Enrique?
Yeah. I have an old Coursera account, and now I created a new one. Well, is there like a way to merge both
Yes,
accounts?
I'm trying to look and see how to do that real quick. There is a way to merge it.
I think that's the issue that Lucaya is having too, Kelly, because she's saying that she used to have an old Coursera account as well.
And it may be when she's trying to go to it, she's using her old email login, and you've got to log out and then log in on your new email.
But she said she didn't even get the email from us.
Oh, okay.
When I was creating the new account, it kind of gave me the option to like have like a secondary account. But when I put like secondary email, when I put that email, I have the old account. It gave me like a little error message that says
it already existed.
Email is already in use, and it didn't let me put it.
But like I said, there is a way to merge it. I'm trying to figure out how to do it because I did it for mine.
Yeah.
Hey Kelly, I just did it today. I had to go into my old account and I had to unlink. I had 2 emails linked to it, and had to go in and unlink one email, the second email.
Okay.
Okay.
If you open,
you can walk us through that here in a little bit here and just kind of show everybody.
You could go into the email that gets sent to you for the initial subscription, or not subscription, but the scholarship, and it gives you 2 options. You can either make a new account, or you can
Yes, but if
scholarship.
If you try to use your secondary email when you're going for that first one or the new one, it seems to block you. But what Aaron is saying is you go into your old account and then you can link it to your new one. So instead of trying to link your new one to your old one, you have to go into the old one and link it to the new one under settings.
Okay, and then this is the example that I was talking about with you, Ninja. With so this says quiz, but you see it doesn't say practice quiz. So this means that you have limited attempts. You have 3 attempts in 24 hours to do it. And then if you click on it, it'll show. Okay, this says please don't cheat. So please don't cheat. And then you can try again. And to pass these, you need an 80 or higher as well. And then you can go ahead and try again.
And at the main page,
I'll go back.
You all realize we saw week 1, week 2, week 3, all the way to week 6, right? So we have 5 courses. Each course has 6 weeks. Quick math lesson or question. How many weeks is that?
30.
30, right. Are we here for 30 weeks?
No.
All right, so that timeline does not apply to us. So we are not operating as normal humans. This is essentially set up for somebody to do 20 minutes a night over the course of 30 weeks. That's not how we're operating. We're going to be going through sometimes a week in 24 hours. It's not as long as you think. If you move through it, you can probably knock out a week in about, I've done a week in about an hour, hour and a half sometimes.
Pro tip,
It
Don't
moves through
watch-
quicker than you think.
Pro tip: watch the videos on 1.5 speed if you can. or
Yes, you
1.
can speed up the speed of the videos, but please do not go faster than you can hear and understand. So
Same thing
I
in
would
Testout.
suggest gradually increasing the speeds until you find a comfort level.
Yeah.
So anybody listen to podcasts a lot, you speed up the audio so that you can get it done in a lot faster time. Same thing here, you can do that.
All right.
So then, so like we said earlier, this shows the weeks one by one, right? So once you complete a week, everything in that week, it'll turn green, and then you can move on to the next week and so forth. If you're stuck on something, like you're stuck on a quiz and you just can't pass it, it's okay to go to the next week, and because we don't want you banging your head into something repeatedly and then getting frustrated and then just not wanting to do the work at all. So if you get really stuck on a lab or on a quiz or something that you just can't, it's all right. Go on to the next week and remember that your week is not going to turn green, meaning that you still have something there that you have to do. And sometimes it might be that you skip the videos, right? Because everything you have to do everything for it to count. So it does keep track of how long you watch the videos for. All right, and then so now that we see where the weeks are, the next thing is grades. This just takes you to a nice little handy thing, and it shows you all the grades that you got for everything based on whatever it is, a quiz, an assignment, or anything like that. Notes is where you can use this for notes. I didn't. I took notes in other places. Discussion forum. This is where your discussions get loaded. There'll be modules that ask you for a discussion.
And it will be more than people in this class.
Yeah, it won't be. Yeah, it's for like the whole population that's taking this course on Google.
Yeah, anybody who's in this course at this time, they will all be in those same discussion boards. So
yeah, so that goes with the same warnings that happen with anything out in the internet. There will be trolls. There will be people who are just just keep that in mind. It might not be your fellow classmates here. Messages. I mean, this I guess will be messages from the Google team or something like that. We don't use this for messages. And course info. It just tells you what's in the syllabus, like what you can expect and stuff like that. Yes, who was that speaking?
This is Galen. I'm sorry. So
yeah, sure,
you suggest that we stick to Slack though, right? Instead of like messing around in here, right? Messing around in this chat.
Well, I don't know, but maybe maybe you're looking at the discussion forum and you see an interesting topic. I mean, it's a discussion forum, but yeah, if you want to talk to, if you want create relatable things that you can talk about, then yeah, you might want to just talk to your classmates in class, right? Because they're the ones who know what we're going through that day, and you already have a relationship with them.
But
thank you.
So we do have a question about, do we do all of this stuff for homework? Well, each night there will be a mix of things in homework. Some nights it'll be reading, but every night there is something going on. And again, like I was saying in the beginning, weekends, if you have a lot of obligations during the week, weekends are where you can get ahead. You got to be stingy with that time where you can, and find that time, where we can get it. The labs, when you see a test out lab in Canvas, when is that lab due?
Sunday
night, midnight, after it's assigned. The following week, we will work through those labs in small groups, but I do not want that to be the first time you see those labs. Yes, you'll get a completion for it, but you will not get much out of it. And to answer the big brother question in the room, yes, we can monitor how much time and what you're spending your time on in these labs or in Test Out and Coursera and stuff. So there is a strong correlation between certain time spent on certain things, namely simulations, and success rate. And there's certain hour levels in simulations where we're more comfortable if you hit those levels before we'll say, yeah, good to go for A+. Before you ask if Coursera is required, I know there's a couple about you that already have your Coursera certification. I will be talking to you independently about how you would handle some of the homework stuff that is involving Coursera. That'll be kind of a little bit of a workaround because I know you've already completed it. I'm not going to ask you to do it twice. Coursera certification is the logic gate to get you to your cert voucher. Once you have achieved Coursera certification, then your 1001 or your, excuse me, sorry, 1101 voucher comes after that. So that's your logic gate. Once you hit that, then we request your 1101 voucher. But you have one cert in the bank at that point. If you already have it, we at least have to get through the material, presenting it, and see you hit a couple full mock exams to see where you're sitting. We will cross that bridge when we get to it as well. Is that pretty clear with everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Is it starting to feel more real now?
All right, I just want to.
Are you questioning your life decisions?
We always are. I just want to make sure everyone here should have access to Testout, yes, and Coursera, except for Lukaya, who I'll be helping out shortly.
Yeah, we're going to do another checklist this Friday, just a visual check across the board, make sure everybody has it and is in, just to check all that stuff off.
Okay.
Not laptop, it has to be desktop.
It does not have to be desktop. It can be done on a laptop. Testout does not like tablets or phones, just so you know.
Also, if you're using a laptop, I highly recommend you go out and get yourself a mouse. Highly recommend.
A 2-button mouse if you're on a Mac.
Yeah, like,
or if you're on a
make sure
touch,
you go
if you're on a
right click
touchpad.
and make sure you go right click and left click.
Yep.
Think about it this way, right? Like if we were in person, we would have our tools for a lab, right? To do our lab work. So your tool for your lab works in this virtual environment is your, whatever you're using, your PC, your Mac, whatever, and try to get a mouse. A mouse is gonna save you so many migraines. I'm not even kidding.
Yes.
Hardware.
Yep.
Yeah.
Enrique.
Yeah, the Coursera invitation, is that limited to the Generation IT Support Specialist course, or can we like sign up for other stuff on Coursera?
You can sign up for other stuff, but please finish this one first.
He said he has it already.
It's good for like 9 months to a year. So knock this one out and then go to town and get as many certs as you can on that scholarship.
All right, Ian, and then we'll get to you after, Galen.
So I'm just curious mainly about like, so what would be the homework for, let's say, like tonight? Because we have the Coursera, the
right,
modules, and yeah.
Coursera hasn't started yet.
Let me pull out Slack and we can look
Say it
at
again. I'm sorry.
Coursera has not started yet. Our homework for Coursera, I think the first day we have homework for Coursera is Thursday night.
Okay. What about like the labs and the modules? The lab is due this Sunday. The first lab is due
You
this
have a
Sunday.
lab from last night, and I think you have a couple from today, but they're due by Sunday.
Okay.
If you have time to go ahead and knock some of them out, I encourage it.
Okay.
Please do not wait till 8 o'clock Sunday night and go, yeah, I'm just going to knock out my labs real quick, and then realize it's a daunting task.
Okay.
That sets you up for a lot of frustration and aggravation just across the board.
All right.
Galen.
So these chats, they stay open, like, right? So like if I let's say one night I can't sleep, I'm like, I want to get some of this work done. I'm gonna use this energy to do this work. It's maybe like 2 or 3 in the morning. I can go into these places and there will be like people there, like live action, or it's probably
24/7.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I
chats
understand.
in Coursera.
The chats in Coursera, yes. But the room is only open when we're in it, where we give you access to this room, the Zoom room, and then Slack. It depends on who's there in Slack. But Coursera, you can do it whenever you want. I did a lot of my stuff at 4 in the morning when my kids were asleep.
And we will be giving you guys access to a Zoom room later this week with basically a link and a password where you guys can congregate for study groups.
But yeah, it's good that you bring that up. Remember that, like, me, Kelly, and Rachel, like, yes, we're here and we'll always try to help you, but we also have, we have a schedule, right? So like if you reach out to us on the weekends, yeah, we might reach out to you, but it might be some time because that's our time, right? Like, so don't get discouraged if we don't answer you right away. Sometimes it might take a day or something. Like over the weekend, I turn off my notifications because if I don't, I get 1,000 notifications, and then my wife starts yelling at me like, "Yo, why are you checking your phone all the time?"
We answer you as we get availability and see them. But yes, there are lives beyond this. We don't huddle over our keyboards, just eagerly awaiting that next message. Yes, Eric.
So I was looking through my assignments and I noticed that homework T3, I couldn't really understand it very well.
Yeah.
We have like a couple videos, but I'm not sure what I should upload to it or write in the text entry.
Yep. So once you've watched the videos, you go in and you open up the text entry and basically just state, I have watched this. All we're looking for on that particular one is confirmation that you watched the videos.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
It is the easiest homework you will do all cohort.
All right, cool. Nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm raising my hand and speaking at the same time. I just want to double check. So, because it's a few different apps we're navigating at this point. So Slack is basically the modules, right? And then Coursera, we're not starting to do homework there until Thursday. And that will be mostly like the labs and stuff that we just kind of review when they were sharing their screen. And then Quizlet is used to upload things. Can you Quizlet is where I get a little
Quizlet is a program that you can use flashcards in.
Okay. Yes,
And so it's a free program where you can upload your flashcards. Other people share their decks in there. So you can, see what other people have written about it. I encourage you to write your own because much like writing things out, the very act of putting something in your own words forces you to have to understand it better. So I wouldn't just grab somebody else's definition and just use that because it's easy. Right. Try to put it in your own words. But yeah, you create little study decks, and then you don't have to carry 3x5 cards around with you anymore. It's in your phone. So you can open up the Quizlet app in your phone, go to your study deck on networking, and just sit there and go through your flashcards right there. Boom, boom, boom. And they have little games where you can match, where they'll show you like 10 of your cards, and they'll have 10 fronts, 10 backs, and you have to match. And then you race yourself to see how quickly you can match up all the definitions. So it kind of gamifies it just a little bit. And then it's easy access. It's always with you. There's no excuse. If ever you're sitting anywhere like, oh man, I'm at a doctor's appointment. They're telling me it's going to be another 20 minutes before they can get me in. Hey, well, I can get 20 minutes of studying in. Flip out your phone, start going through your Quizlet deck.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
One more question. Are you going to let us know what we're going to have on the test or what to study for the test?
What we go over in class?
Okay.
I know you hate that answer. I know. I used to hate it when professors give me that one too. But some of, there may be like one or two questions in there from the reading just to kind of see who's reading the books. But it's usually the high points from what we've gone over in class. And that's usually the assessments. When we get into mock exams, I shoot for difficulty levels comparable to what you'll be facing on the A+. So when we start hitting mock exams, I think we'll have our first one probably after week 5, Friday of week 5 or week 6. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll hit our first mock exam, and it's going to be a full mock, 90 questions, 2 hours, which is more than you'll have for the exam, but I give you a little bit extra time, and you get the full test experience, knowing kind of what you'll be facing, what you'll be walking into. Because we want to prepare you for that. And then after that, it's going to be a couple times a week for a couple weeks. You're going to have full mocks and mini mocks. And then when we move into test prep phase, it starts to get pretty intense on the exams. But by then, many of you will be asking for more tests than we post. So, you know, I'll have to hold several of you back. I see a lot of you going, yeah, right. I hear that every single class, and those exact same students are the one going, hey man, can I get like one more, you know, 1101 for tonight? I just want to get one more test in before, you know, we hit the weekend, you know, because I'm gonna be studying and I just want to know where I'm at.
Excuse me, I tested a 1 on your test yesterday. So unless that changes, I doubt it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, you did an assessment yesterday?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, the persistence
harsh.
test.
Oh,
the persistence test. We'll get there. We'll get there. So, all right. Well, that is that for those two tools.